For Georgia Now News, I'm Jenna Eason. The Georgia Chamber of Commerce welcomed more than 2,000 community leaders to its annual Congressional Luncheon last week. The speakers included Governor Brian Kemp, U.S. Representative Mike Collins, and both candidates for governor, former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and Rick Jackson. GPB News reports that the two candidates for governor harped on affordability, particularly healthcare affordability. Bottoms, the Democratic nominee, promoted Medicaid as a cornerstone of her healthcare agenda.
It weakens our entire healthcare system when we don't expand Medicaid.
Republican Rick Jackson said that he agreed with an intelligent Medicaid expansion while also lowering the cost of commercial insurance.
I'm not going to measure our state by how many people are on Medicaid. I want to measure how many people are on commercial insurance.
The event also featured a panel of additional candidates running for Congress. To watch comments from each candidate, visit the Chamber's YouTube channel. Georgia First Lady Marty Kemp received the 2026 Blanchard Servant Leadership Award for her efforts to combat human trafficking, promote mental health advocacy, and encourage pet adoptions. The Georgia Chamber Corporate Citizen Award went to Cox Enterprises for its commitment to corporate responsibility, community engagement, and environmental stewardship. Jackson County could see more than 1,400 new jobs arise in the next several years, thanks to a new manufacturing facility planned for Pendergrass. Siemens, a global technology company that leads in electrification, automation, and industrial software, plans to build the new facility, which will be a $185 million investment. The new facility will produce low-voltage electrical components and be approximately 550,000 square feet. Siemens plans to hire for engineering, fabrication, assembly, and testing roles in 2027. To learn more about available positions, go to the company's website. The state legislative committee that will establish standards and requirements for a new statewide election system in Georgia met for the first time on Friday. Although the committee will hear from voting system vendors, it will not select the new system. State Representative Victor Anderson is the co-chair of the committee. He spoke to GPB News on Friday.
I feel very confident that we'll have a good cross-section and have representation and presentation from those who are going to be affected.
The committee is made up of 5 Republicans and 1 Democrat. The new system will need to be approved in the 2027 legislative session to allow for it to be used for the 2028 presidential primary. WABE reports that a federal rule change planned by the Trump administration could cause less people to get asylum. The Trump administration plans to send some asylum cases directly to immigration courts instead of processing them through U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Georgia attorneys warn that this might result in fewer people receiving asylum, as Georgia's immigration courts have some of the lowest asylum grant rates in the country. In the 2025 fiscal year, data from the Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse showed that Georgia has a denial rate of 87%. GPB News reports that U.S. Senator Jon Ossoff has launched an investigation into the impacts of artificial intelligence on children. The first step, Ossoff says, is to ask the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children to present data to the Senate on the risks to children from AI. John Sheehan works for the organization. He told GPB News that generative AI can be used to create indecent images of a minor.
Once those images begin circulating online, the victim often loses any control over where they end up and who can even see them. Here in Georgia, this isn't a future problem. It's happening right now.
Sheehan said the Georgia Bureau of Investigation has already received 400 reports this year. That's what's happening in Georgia now. For news anytime, check out our website on heargeorgianow.com. You can also download our app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. And to stay up to date on our content across all our platforms, follow us on Instagram at HearGeorgiaNow and Facebook at Georgia Now. I'm Jenna Eason.